Okay, so we've talked about the role of the language of work facilitator and that there are two. Can you tell me a little bit more about what each of those facilitators do?
Sure. The first one gathers the data, and that's a more traditional role of a facilitator, handling group dynamics and so on. The addition that we've added is someone who inputs the data and tracks the process. And really, if you think about it, it is the right brain and the left brain working together to accomplish something for a client.
Okay, so one is the more what we think of as the traditional facilitator up in front, gathering the data.
And posting and so on.
Okay, right. And then the second one is actually a little bit more behind the scenes, inputting the data simultaneously.
Right.
Okay.
And the data gatherer is the one who poses the questions and is responsible for the group dynamics, but group dynamics plays a much lesser role in a language of work facilitation than is usual. There's some reasons for it that we'll get to later. The data gatherer listens carefully and, interestingly enough, needs to be able to translate into 3 to 5 words what the input has been from one or more of the individuals in the group. So what might be happening is that you ask what is a deliverable, and people will say, what I do is blah, blah, and then I give it to so-and-so. And this facilitator, the data gatherer, has to translate that into 3 to 5 words because the software guides a lot of what we do. But they also then translate, get approval, and post the answer.
Okay, and so what is the data inputter doing during this whole time?
Okay, the data inputter assembles the template and labels them, inputs the answers from the flip charts, and usually does a simultaneous projection. And it also, that person supports the data gatherer in terms of the methodology. It can be confusing sometimes with all that data coming in, where one is, and then prints copies at the end of the session. So when people leave, everything that they have said has been inputted, printed, and they can carry it out.
Okay, so when you have those two facilitators, you get a fast process, you get it translated quickly, and then at the end, there is an actual printed product for the entire group so that they can see what they've done.
And share it with people back home.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.